Hey, this is Nick from Android Fan Network, and today I'm going to be reviewing the SPIGEN bounce case for the Galaxy S4. So this bounce case is a really thin TPU case that SPIGEN makes for the Galaxy S4. It's a lot thinner than the other cases I've reviewed or used actually on my personal phones. The Distronic and Cruiser Light cases are much thicker than this TPU case. This is definitely the thinnest TPU case I've ever used. If you can see how thin it is there. Let me see if I have another TPU case on hand to compare it to. I'm not entirely sure if I have one for the Galaxy S4. Okay, I have the Boxwave case for the Galaxy S4. If you give me a moment, I'll find that, and I'll just compare the thickness, because this case is a whole lot thinner. Here we go. So this is the Boxwave TPU case I reviewed for the Galaxy S4 a couple days ago. Now they're both glossy TPU cases, but the material on this SPIGEN one is so much thinner. I'm looking for a cutout so we can kind of compare how the thickness is. You can see it there. It might be hard to see on camera, but when you're feeling it in your hand, the SPIGEN one is much, much thinner. Let me see if I can hold it up together. So you can still see in the light there. Even if you can't see it on camera, just trust me, the SPIGEN case is way thinner than the Boxwave case. And that's a good or a bad thing depending on where you're coming from. If you're looking for more protection, a thicker one would obviously offer more protection. If you're looking for a thinner case for less protection, this SPIGEN would be a better fit. Now at $10, it's not a bad price with Prime shipping on Amazon. Fits on easily. Not the tightest fit, but it's not going to fall off either. It's actually kind of similar to the other case I just reviewed for the Galaxy S4, the SPIGEN, I believe it was the SPIGEN Ultra Fit, in that the button cutouts are pretty wide. They're cut out well, they match up to the buttons. A little, maybe this isn't, yeah, it looks fit. It looks like it's been fitted on correctly. It looks like the button cutout is a little off center. That might be how they designed it. But on the Ultra Fit I just reviewed, it was center in there. But anyway, the cutout's wide enough, you can fit your finger in there. People with big fingers don't have to worry about getting their finger in there. So that's fine. The material here is glossy TPU with a sparkly effect on it. Not my favorite. I prefer like a straight matte type case. But if you like a little extra design flair, there you have it with that sparkly multicolored design. On the back there we have a cutout for the camera and one for the flash, and actually the camera cutout on this TPU case is actually, it's a little wider, it's a little bigger all the way around than the one on the Ultra Fit case I just reviewed. But otherwise it looks pretty similar. It has the 13 mega writing there. It has the SPIGEN branding down there, and then a cutout for the speaker, which looks good. Going on to the volume rocker side, a nice cutout again for the volume rocker, and it's large enough to fit any sized hand, basically any sized fingers. As you can see, I have medium or maybe average or above average fingers, and they fit in there easily. On this side, they fit in easily to hit the power button, so that shouldn't be a problem for anyone. Moving on to the bottom here, the cutout for the mic looks a little off center. It doesn't look perfect in there, if you can see that. It should function fine, and maybe with a little adjustment it'll fit better, but it's not perfectly centered right now. And the cutout for the micro USB port is fairly wide. You shouldn't have any problem with most third-party adapters that you want to stick in there. On the top here, we have a cutout for the headphone jack, and the cutout for this secondary mic looks good. The cutout for the IR blaster looks good as well. You won't have any problem using that to control your TV. Alright, now let's take a look at the lip. In this case, yeah, like I said, it's a little looser than I would have wanted on a TPU case. I wish it was a little tighter, but I guess that's okay. It shouldn't fall off or anything. But like the Ultra Fit case, SPIGEN Ultra Fit, the lip on this case is very low. It's not very high at all. So you can lay it on your desk. You won't have to worry about it getting scratched up. But it's not going to protect you if you drop your phone on a surface. Now, this is a TPU case. It's a very thin TPU case, so it's not going to offer the most protection. Being a thin TPU case, if you're looking for a thicker TPU case for protection, you want to look at like this Boxwave. What's that inside there? Dust inside there. Okay, you'd want to look at this thicker Boxwave case, or a Cruiser Light or Distronic. Those are typically a little thicker. But if you're looking for, this is almost like just a step up from using a skin on your phone, just a thin plastic skin screen protector type deal on it. So it's just a step up from that. It offers a little more bump protection. Now this is a plastic phone, so if you drop it, it probably won't crack. I know the Galaxy S3 was fairly sturdy, but if you dropped it just right on a corner, it would crack the screen. So this is your basic bump protection case, just a step up from a screen protector or a skin. And you definitely want to pick up a screen protector for this because it is not included. But for $10 for a basic TPU case, it's not a bad deal. It's high quality materials. It's really thin and made really well. You don't see like big seams on the case where the case was put together. So it's high quality, it's just not the most protection. Now if I was choosing between this case and the Spigen Ultrafit that we just reviewed, I would probably go with the Spigen Ultrafit simply because it's hard plastic. It fits a little better. Not that this one fits badly, but I think the Ultrafit fits a little better, and I generally prefer hard shell cases. But yeah, these two are good cases. Both cases are good. They're around the same price on Amazon, $10 or $11 with Prime shipping. So you can't go wrong with either case. But again, this is your basic TPU bump protection case. Not much of a drop protection or anything like that. But bump protection, that's what this one excels at. And I will be giving it away this week at AndroidFanNetwork.com. And if you'd like to be notified of the giveaway, you can follow us on Twitter at TeamAFN and like our Facebook page, Android Fan Network. Follow us on Google Plus at the same site, Android Fan Network. And that way we can keep you updated. You will have to enter to win. If you want to enter to win these, you have to post on one of our pages or tweet us. And you can enter up to 3 times, so triple your chances of winning by entering on all 3 social media sites. And again, check out AndroidFanNetwork.com for our case reviews. We also do Android news and reviews and even rants. So just check out our site if you want to stay up to date on Android news. This is Nick with Android Fan Network.